Narcissism. It is very misunderstood generally in society. People tend to think that it is someone who bounces into a room thinking they're better than anybody else, talks over other people, doesn't listen, somebody who loves themselves a bit too much, bit of an awkward individual, somebody who tends to think they're always right, blames other people for all the things that they probably caused in the first place. So that is it to some degree with some narcissists, but narcissism goes a lot deeper than that. Now, everybody in the world has got the ability to have narcissistic traits. It is just that good, kind, empathetic, thoughtful people keep their narcissistic traits in check so they do not impact negatively on other people's mental well-being. Narcissism is on a spectrum going from 1 to 10, and everybody in the world is on that spectrum somewhere. Now, the experts tell us that we should all have what they describe as healthy narcissism. Now, I think that's an awful term to use for something that's supposed to be healthy, but that's the term we've been given. So we all need healthy narcissism. What that means is that you get up in the morning out of bed, you feel good about yourself, you feel that you're making a difference in the world to some degree, that you're clear-minded about who you are, what you're all about, you feel that you are valued by others for who and what you are, you value yourself for who and what you are, and you've got a decent level of pride within you that helps you to function on a day-to-day basis, but not too much pride that you think you're better than anybody else. So that is a healthy mindset, that is healthy narcissism, and that is where we all need to be. That is 5 out of 10 on the spectrum, where we all need to be. Now, if somebody goes below a 5, and the lower down the worse it gets, these people increasingly have feelings of unworthiness, feeling like they're not good enough, feeling like they are not valued for who and what they are, they don't value themselves for who and what they are, they're second guessing themselves, they don't really understand themselves properly, or others, or what's going on around them, they're overthinking things, never tend to stop thinking, and always going too much in detail, second guessing themselves all the time. That can have a knock-on effect with someone's mental well-being to the point where they feel heightened feelings of anxiety, stress. Sometimes they end up with low mood and depression. So that's not good. If somebody goes above a 5, and the higher up the worse it gets, these people have toxicity that impacts negatively upon other people's mental well-being. So, why do we need to know about this spectrum? Well, first of all, we all need to know where we are on that spectrum, so that if we're not already at number 5, we need to get there as soon as we can. But also, we need to realise and work out who we may be rubbing shoulders with on a regular basis that may be above a 5 on that spectrum. Because if we are dealing with people that are above a 5 and are toxic, we need to avoid them like the plague if we can, or if they are our work colleagues or our family members, we need to communicate with them going forward in a way that no longer impacts negatively on our mental well-being. But on top of that, we also sometimes need to look into our past to see who we may have rubbed shoulders with in the past that may have been above a number 5. Because if we have had any dealings with people that are above a 5 and are toxic, they can have an impact on our mental well-being that we can then carry forward without realising through the rest of our lives. So we need to address that, look at it, and quite often heal from any toxicity that we've gone through in the past. So there you go. That is the explanation of narcissism in a nutshell. It goes very deep, this subject, so that's just a really simple, brief overview of it, but there's a lot more to it, and it goes very in-depth. So more videos will be coming out shortly regarding this very important subject.